Hello learners, this is Habeeba with Excel with me. If you like the video, please do like, share, subscribe and comment below. Let's start today's class, that is research methodology topic, tests of significance, non-parametric tests and data analysis. Already we have understood about the tests of significance and non-parametric tests. Today we are going to understand about the fundamentals of computers and operating systems, hardware and software, types of memory, virus and protection measures, types of operating system, MS Office and Internet. Let's start quickly. Fundamentals of computers and operating systems. An operating system, also known as OS, is a software program that enables the computer hardware to communicate and operate with the computer software. Now, operating systems perform basic tasks. What are they? Number one, recognizing input from the keyboard, sending output to monitor, keeping track of files and directories, controlling peripherals such as disk drives and printers. Now, let's see the picture here. Operating system with computer hardware, applications are given there, and then hard drive, that is again keyboard, we have mouse and printer with the monitor. So these are the basic hardware we require here for the computers operating. The operating system is system software that is stored on the storage device such as hard disk, CD-ROM or floppy disk. When a computer is switched on, the operating system is transferred from the storage device into main memory through ROM. Now, operating system, what is the purpose of it? First, communicate with hardware like RAM, HD, CPU, keyboard, mouse, drivers. Then use interface, that means visual representation of the computer. Then platform for applications, that is run, use and shut down programs. The fourth one, organizing and manipulating programs and data, and move, add, move and delete files and folders, as we all know. Now, user applications like OS interface, scheduler and resource manager, file system and network protocols, device drivers, computer hardware. They work in a circular form. An operating system controls and coordinates the operations of the computer system. It manages the computer hardware, controls the execution of application programs and provides the set of services to the users. It acts as an interface between user and the computer. The users interact with the operating system indirectly through application program. Now, what is the work of the operating system here? It involves, number one, managing the processor, managing random access memory, managing input or output, managing execution of applications, managing files, controlling information management. Now, what are the parts of operating system? Number one, resident part. It is called a kernel that contains critical functions. It is loaded inside the main memory during the booting. It performs various functions residing in the main memory. The second one is non-resident part. This part of operating system is loaded into main memory when required. It includes disk operating system developed by Microsoft DOS, operating system 2, that is QS/2 developed by IBM, Xenix or Xenix developed by Microsoft, Windows developed by Microsoft, Windows NE. So these are the non-resident parts. Now, the internal part of the OS operating system is often called the kernel, which comprises of file manager, device drivers, memory manager, scheduler, then dispatcher. Now, hardware and software, what are these now? Computer hardware. Hardware refers to the physical components which we can touch of a computer. Computer hardware is any part of the computer you can touch the parts. These are the primary electronic devices used to build up the computer. Examples of hardware in a computer are the processor, memory devices, monitor, printer, keyboard, mouse and the central processing unit, that is CPU. Now, what is computer software? It is a collection of instructions which we cannot touch them actually. Software, a collection of instructions, procedures and documentation that performs different tasks on computer system. We can say also computer software is a program code executed on a computer processor. The code can be machine level code or code written for an operating system. Now examples of software are MS Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Google Chrome, Photoshop, MySQL, etc. These are very important for research work. Why we are talking about computers here? Nowadays everything can be done through the computer. Our research work has become so easy with the computer system. Now difference between hardware and software, let's quickly understand the parameters first. Basic definition, let's understand of hardware. Hardware is a physical part of the computer that causes the processing of data. Software is a set of instructions that tells a computer exactly what to do. Now how it has been development, it is manufactured, software it is developed and engineered. Dependency, hardware cannot perform any task without software, vice versa, the software cannot be executed without hardware, obviously. Now process of creating hardware, electronic and other materials are used to create hardware. Software created by utilizing a computer language to write instructions. Now tangibility, hardware is tangible as hardware is a physical electronic device that can be touched. Software is intangible as we can see and also use the software but cannot touch them. Now durability, hardware typically wears out over time. The software does not wear out with time. However, it may contain flaws and glitches. Now types, hardware has four main categories: input devices, output devices, storage and internal components. Software, it is mainly divided into system software and application software. Now virus effect, hardware is not affected by computer viruses, software is affected by computer viruses. Now transfer, hardware cannot be transferred from one place to another electrically through the network. Now software can be transferred via a network means. Now machine level language, hardware only machine level language is known to be understood by hardware. Software, the program accepts human readable input, interprets it in a machine level language and sends it to hardware for additional processing. Now replacement, hardware is damaged, it is replaced with a new one. If the software is damaged, its backup copy can be reinstalled. Now failures, hardware, dust, overheating, humidity and other factors are commonly responsible for hardware failures. Software, overloading, systematic error, major minor version error and other factors are commonly responsible for software failures. Now what are the examples here? Keyboard, mouse, monitor, printer, CPU, hardware disk, RAM, ROM are the examples of hardware. Software, MS Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Photoshop, MySQL, etc. Now types of memory. Memory is the electronic holding place for the instructions and data a computer needs to reach quickly. Now memory is one of the basic functions of a computer because without it a computer would not be able to function properly. Obviously human beings also, without our memory we cannot work or we cannot study or produce anything. The same way computer also. Memory is also used by a computer's operating system, hardware and software. There are technically two types of computer memory, primary and secondary. Very important, we have to remember the term memory is used as a synonym for primary memory or as an abbreviation for a specific type of primary memory called random access memory. We call it as RAM. This type of memory is located on microchips that are physically close to a computer's microprocessor. Now, if a computer's central processor, that is CPU, had to only use a secondary storage device, computers would become much slower. Now, in general, the more memory, that is primary memory, a computing device has, the less frequently the computer must access instructions and data from slower, that is secondary forms of storage. Let's see the computer memory here. Primary and secondary, you can see here. Primary comprises of DRAM, SRAM, DRDRAM. These are all random access memory, RAM. Now secondary PROM, EPROM, double EPROM. These are read-only memories. These are. Now, types of computer memory, let's see as internal and external here. Internal, that is RAM. Just now we understood RAM and ROM are called primary memory or main memory here. Then we have in the internal cache memory, sequential access, virtual, then ROM. Under ROM, MROM, PROM, EPROM, then EEPROM. Here external, solid states, magnetic and optical. Optical, magnetic, solid states are optical, CD, DVD, etc. Magnetic, hard disk drive. Then solid state drive, USB memory, stick, etc. Now, virus and protection measures. By using safety measures and good practices to protect your devices, you can protect your privacy and your family, obviously. The following tips are offered to help you lower your risk while you are online. Let's see what are all these. Keep your device secure. Obviously, make sure to download recommended updates from your device's manufacturer or operating system provider, especially for important software such as your internet browser, antivirus software, anti-spyware software, and firewalls are also important tools. So, thwart attacks on your device. Second one, keep up to date your system, browser and important apps regularly, taking advantage of automatic updating when it's available. Third, antivirus software. Obviously, this is very important. Antivirus software protects your device from viruses that can destroy your data, slow down or crash your device, or allow spammers to send email through your account. Antivirus protection scans your files and your incoming email for viruses and then deletes anything malicious. You must keep your antivirus software updated to cope with the latest bugs circulating the internet. Next one is anti-spyware software. Spyware is software installed without your knowledge or consent that can monitor your online activities and collect personal information while you are online. Some kinds of spyware called keyloggers record everything you key in, including your passwords and financial information. Then signs that your device may be infected with spyware include a sudden flurry of ads being taken to websites you don't want to go to and generally slowed performance. Then firewalls. A firewall is a software program or piece of hardware that blocks hackers from entering and using your computer. Hackers search the internet the way some telemarketers automatically dial random phone numbers. They send out pings to thousands of computers and wait for responses. Firewalls prevent your computer from responding to these random calls. A firewall blocks communications to and from sources you don't permit. This is especially important if you have a high-speed internet connection like DSL or cable. Now, again, very, very important. Choose strong passwords. Making use of complex passwords and strong methods of authentication can help keep your personal information, protect your devices and accounts from intruders by choosing passwords that are hard to guess. Use strong passwords with at least 8 characters, a combination of letters, numbers and special characters. Don't use a word that can easily be found in a dictionary or any reference to personal information such as a birth date. Now, use stronger authentication. Many social media, email and financial accounts allow the use of stronger authentication methods. These methods can include using a fingerprint, one-time codes sent to a mobile device, or other features that ensure a user is supposed to have access to the account. Next one, protect your private information. While checking email, visiting websites, posting to social media or shopping, pay attention to where you click and who you give your information to. Unscrupulous websites or data thieves can attempt to trick you into giving them your personal data. Be careful what you click. That is very important while you're using the internet. phishing attacks, where hackers send seemingly genuine messages to trick you to hand over personal information, are becoming more sophisticated. For instance, you may receive an urgent message stating that your bank account has been locked and requiring you to enter your password and social security number to unlock it. Think twice before clicking on links in messages such as this. Most genuine messages from financial institutions will not ask for personal information directly, but will instead instruct you to call or visit a website directly. You can also verify the email address that sent the message to ensure it came from the expected sender. Now, shop safely. We do lots of online shopping these days. When shopping online, check out the website before entering your credit card number or other personal information. Read the privacy policy and look for opportunities to opt out of information sharing. If there is no privacy policy posted, beware, shop elsewhere. Learn how to tell when a website is secure. Look for HTTPS in the address bar or an unbroken padlock icon at the bottom of the browser window. These are signs that your information will be encrypted or scrambled, protecting it from hackers as it moves across the internet. Now, be careful what you share. Social media allows sharing of all aspects of life, but it's important to control who has access to the information you share. Information thieves can use social media postings to gather information and then use the information to hack into other accounts or for identify theft. To protect yourself, make use of privacy settings to limit the visibility of personal posts to your personal networks and restrict the amount of information you share with the general public. Then responding to data breaches. Even if you make all the right moves, your data may be stolen from a company you trusted to keep it safe. If you find that your personal information has been accessed without your authorization, take steps to protect yourself. Place a fraud alert on your credit file. Review your annual credit reports, and if you suspect your information has been breached, put a freeze on your credit file to prevent fraudsters from opening new accounts in your name. For more information, see the Attorney General's information sheets on identify theft. Now, what are the types of operating system? There are types of operating systems such as serial processing, batch processing, multi-programming, real-time system, distributed operating system, multi-processing, parallel operating systems. Now, let's see. There are many types of operating systems such as serial processing. Number one, the serial processing operating systems are those who performs all the instructions into a sequence manner, or the instructions those are given by the user will be executed by using the FIFO manner, means first in, first out. Second, batch processing. The batch processing is same as the serial processing technique, but in the batch processing, similar types of jobs are firstly prepared and they are stored on the card, and that card will be submitted to the system for processing. The system then perform all the operations on the instructions one by one. Third, multi-programming. With the help of multi-programming, we can execute multiple programs on the system at a time, and in the multi-programming, the CPU will never get idle, because with the help of multi-programming, we can execute many programs on the system, and when we are working with the program, then we can also submit the second or another program for running, and the CPU will then execute the second program after the completion of the first program. Now, real-time system, in this response time is already fixed, means time to display the results after processing has fixed by the processor or CPU. Now, hard real time, and under these types of systems are used in reservation. So, when we specify the request, the CPU will perform at that time. There are two types of real time systems: hard real time system and soft real time system. Now, fifth one, distributed operating system. It means stored and processed on multiple locations. When a data is stored on to the multiple computers, those are placed in different locations. Means in the network collections of computers are connected with each other. Sixth one, multiprocessing. For increasing the speed of processing, we use the multiprocessing. In the multiprocessing, there are 2 or more CPUs in a single operating system. If one CPU fails, then the other CPU is used for providing backup to the first CPU. Seventh one, parallel operating system. A parallel operating system works by dividing sets of calculations into smaller parts and distributing them between the machines on a network. Now, MS Office. Microsoft Office is a suite of applications designed to help with the productivity and complete tasks on a computer. You can create and edit documents containing text and images, work with data in spreadsheets and databases, and create presentations and posters, Word, Excel, etc. Now, what are 5 components of MS Office? It contains a word processor, a spreadsheet, that is a spreadsheet program, that is Excel, and a presentation program, that is PPT, PowerPoint, an email client, Outlook, a database management system, Access, and a desktop publishing app, that is Publisher. Now, what are the 3 types of Microsoft Office? Microsoft 365 Family and Personal, Office Home and Business, Home and Student 2021. Third one is Project Professional. Now, what are the benefits of MS Office? Image result, universal software, used by over 1.2 billion people. Office 365 offers anytime, anywhere access, online support, Microsoft, easy to use, multi-purpose, security. So, Internet. What is Internet? The Internet is a global system of interconnected computer networks that uses the Internet protocol suite to communicate between networks and devices. The Internet is sometimes called simply worldwide system of computer networks, a network of networks in which users at any one computer can, if they have permission, get information from any other computer. What are the types of Internet? Internet connection types: Wi-Fi, broadband, DSL, cable. Internet is a network of networks and has different types of Internet. It consists of public, private, academic, business, and government networks of local to global scope, linked by a comprehensive arrangement of electronic, wireless, and optical networking technologies. Now, what are the 5 uses of Internet? The email, sharing of files, watch movies and songs, research purpose, which is very important for all of us, then news. Thanks for your attention and time. If you like the video, please do subscribe and comment below. Happy learning.